but you gotta pay for it.
Planning Federation.
Yes.
Well, isn't the town a member of that? You have to join
That's-
individually?
You can join in the, I gotta ask Chris, I'm sure, assume we are.
There we are.
You're on.
Okay. It's 7:05 or 7:03. I'd like to welcome everyone to the September 18th meeting of the Zoning Board of Appeals in New Paltz. I guess the first thing we will do is take attendance. Steve Esposito is here, Amy Donnelly is here, Leonard Loza is here, John Gatto is here, our attorney, Joe Moriello, is here. Catherine Fuller is not here. Catherine Fuller is absent. Okay, first item on the agenda will be the quorum check for Monday, October 16th meeting. Steve, yes. Amy?
Yes.
Yes. Leonard, yes. John?
Yes,
Joe?
Yes.
Yes, okay. The minutes were sent to us for the meetings of April, May, and August. It's my understanding that we should approve each one of them individually. That way we can determine if there are any corrections that need to be made. Okay, entertain a motion to approve the April 17th meeting as presented. Any questions with regard to that before we approve them?
I wasn't here, so.
Oh,
I
you
can't-
weren't
I can't
here.
vote on that one.
well, I think you can, Amy. Is that right, Joe?
Yeah, actually, you
Oh,
can.
okay.
Oh,
Voting on-
Normally, I would do the same thing, but wouldn't have a quorum without you.
Okay.
Okay, entertain a motion. Steve, you, yes?
Yes.
Seconded by
I'll second.
Amy. All those in favor by aye?
All right.
Aye, aye it is. So the April 17th meetings are approved. May 15th. The May 15th meetings presented. Any questions or changes that anyone saw that needed to be done? No.
Just for the sake of completeness, I'll note that I was not present at that one, but I read the minutes and would move to approve them.
Okay, entertain a motion for approval of those minutes by Amy. Second,
Yes,
seconded by John. All those in favor by aye?
Aye.
Aye, it is. Okay, the last one is the August 21st meeting. Those minutes were presented. Any questions, changes with regard to those particular minutes? No? All right, I'll entertain a motion for approval. I need a second.
yes.
Seconded by John. All those in favor by aye?
All right.
Aye, it is. So the August 21st minutes are approved. Is there anyone in the audience? Anyone in the audience that has anything to speak of with regard to public comments? Okay. Okay, next item on the agenda is the public hearing. So I entertain a motion to open the public hearing for the area variance request on Mountain Rest Road. What number is that?
156.
156. Okay. Amy opens it. Okay,
Second.
seconded by Steve. All those in favor by aye?
Aye.
Aye, it is. So the public hearing is open. Is there anyone here that wishes to speak with regard to the application for an area variance request at 156 Mountain Rest Road? I guess no one can speak. If they were going to, they could.
Could come in on the Zoom, but.
They didn't, no one has come in.
There.
Okay, so I entertain a motion for closing the public, Joe?
Just for the record, the applicant's not here.
Yes,
I'm here.
she's here.
We might want to put something on the record. that
Okay,
The applicant is present
okay. The applicant is present.
Got it.
and
Okay.
doesn't wish to submit anything additional tonight.
No, we have everything.
Applicant doesn't have
And
to
I
be here
didn't
today.
receive anything at the office.
Just for the record, I'd like it to reflect if they are or are not.
Did somebody just walk by there?
Cleaning
Yes.
crew.
Someone's
Yes.
cleaning.
Okay, all right. So we have made note that the applicant is present and there are no requests or comments via Zoom. and no one in the
Nothing at
public,
the office.
and you have received nothing at the office. All right, so we entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
I move to close.
John moves to close. I'll second it. All those in favor by aye?
Aye.
Aye, it is. Okay. Did you receive anything from the county?
No, sir, I have not sent it to the county. We do the public hearing first.
Okay. Okay. So entertain a motion to send this area variance request to the county.
Do we need to move on that, or is that just something that happens automatically?
Yeah. We should make a motion. So
Sure.
motion to send it to the county. Seconded by Amy. All those in favor by aye?
Aye.
Aye, it is. Okay, so at the present time, there are no public comments. We have 30 days with which to make a decision, and we will await the county. The results from the county. And the October 16th meeting, we will make a decision for you. I thank you for
As long
coming.
as she gets on that agenda,
Excuse me?
Yeah.
as long as she gets on the county agenda, they only meet once. I'll see if I can get her on,
Well,
and then I'll beg for a PDF of the
So,
results.
as a point of-
Email them.
As a point of information, Joe, if Christine could not get her on the county agenda,
You actually have 60 days within which.
we
to
have
make a
60
decision
days.
From the close of the public hearing.
Okay, I thought it was
But if
30.
you can get on, obviously, and you
Sure.
get something back in time for September.
Okay.
October,
Okay,
would
good.
be ideal.
So Christine, could you please call the applicant? And
Sure,
let them know that you were able to get on the county.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you very much.
First thing in the morning.
Okay,
Christine, when does everything have to be to the county to get on its agenda?
Now, technically, it's supposed to be 2 weeks before the meeting date. But
And their meeting is still the first Wednesday
it's usually the first week of the month, yeah.
of October. Okay,
I'll
so,
get her on,
okay.
but then it's getting it back.
Yeah.
I usually beg for PDFs, and time, explaining, but their normal standard operating procedure is to send their results by USPS.
oh,
And it's not that, the next day, it's whenever the person.
Yeah.
Can assemble the documents. So, I'm used to babysitting it.
Are they normally very busy?
Sorry?
Are they normally that busy that they,
Well, they have only one agenda a month, but it encompasses.
the whole county.
the entire
Right.
County.
Hmm.
So,
And you'll send them up everything that we have
I do
today.
it in Dropbox.
Right,
We
complete.
don't
record.
require paper anymore. And I have the completed referral form.
Right.
With me that you need to sign.
Okay. I will do that before I leave.
Thank you. Do you need me anymore?
Okay, thank you.
Thanks very much.
All right, have a good night.
See you at Stay Dry.
The next item on the agenda is the use variance request for 235 Main Street. So that public hearing is in a continuance. So we entertain a motion to open that again.
Yes,
okay, so moved.
Seconded by Amy. All those in favor by aye?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, the applicant is not here. The applicant has not submitted any more information. So
Is the most current information that we have that they're still thinking about it?
they're still thinking about it. Is it 3 meetings, Christine, that the
April.
April? So my guess is based on the fact that no more information has been submitted, that we as a board need to make a decision with regard to, first, we need to close the public hearing.
You need to first make a decision to close the public hearing,
Right.
so
Okay.
entertain a motion.
Entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
So moved by Amy, seconded by John. All those in favor by aye, Stephen?
Aye.
Amy? Me?
Aye.
And John, yes. Okay, so the public hearing is closed for 235 Main Street. As I see it, since no more information has been submitted, and we should have a discussion with regard to the request of the applicant to take the property located at 235 Main Street, which is a commercial property, and turn it to residential.
Yes,
Okay. My thoughts on this are that once the main lines where the traffic flows are and the commercial zones become residential, that the availability for commercial businesses to find a home with which to operate within the town of New Paltz that are commercial should remain commercial. There has been no real indication to me that there is an undue hardship. And based on the property, there presently are were two businesses there, one which is the restaurant and one which is the taxi business, which I'm not sure if they're still there, but the applicant is not here, so I can't, they're not here anymore.
taxi.
Actually,
Okay.
not, I think that residential looking structure is empty. Am I correct? There's no commercial use of that portion of the property.
Though they have duly tried to advertise it as its availability, since the applicant is not here, I don't know if they've had any requests for occupancy. So,
And they might change their mind, right? I mean, they might decide to leave the zoning status the way it is.
well, they might be, but no one's here to,
Right, but I'm just saying, it seems inappropriate to me to change the status when they told us they're still making up their minds.
John?
Oh, go ahead.
Well, yeah, just from a different perspective here, regardless of what their plans may be or change in the future, based on what we have in the record, in all the submissions, all the statements, everything, and just looking at it from that perspective, I don't think they come anywhere close to meeting the criteria for a use variance.
Well, that too, but also, you know, if they're not here, it seems a little pushy to,
Well,
Change.
they still wouldn't.
Well, we have the,
Unless they came in with additional proof, I mean.
right,
The criteria for use variance obviously different than an area variance.
right.
If
This
you
is the
want,
last
maybe
email I
go
sent
through
him that
those
Mr.
No, they would never make
Mariano
it.
told me to do.
briefly, because now that you've closed the public hearing, really your decision has to be based on the record that has been created before you.
well, let me ask you another question in respect of the 5 questions.
Different questions
Different.
for
Yeah.
use variance.
Okay,
If anybody has the application, they're printed on the last page. If not, I can go through them. They're pretty quick.
but in either case, the applicant is not here to answer those questions.
And the applicant's not here to answer or to put anything else in, and now that you've closed the public hearing, they couldn't put anything in anyway. They're bound by the record that they made before the close of the public hearing.
I think it's pretty clear that the record they made doesn't support a use variance.
If everybody remembers, I think at that meeting when they came in, I reviewed with them those criteria and cautioned them that if they were going to go forward, they needed to put things in that met that criteria. In writing, the financial proof, the rest of it, they indicated they understood. And there have been, to my knowledge, no further submissions
Mhm.
since that.
Is that correct, Christine? No further submissions?
Nothing. And every month I followed up with them and told them the meeting's coming up. If you have anything, you need to give it to me.
Did they acknowledge the receipt of those requests?
Yes, always. He always replied to me,
Okay,
always. And if he didn't, I called him.
okay.
I mean, nevertheless, as Joe has said, they were put on notice as to what the requirements were and what would be needed to pursue it any further, so they acknowledge that.
Okay. So. Yes, here is the conversation back and forth. Okay. Let me dig out the application. No, that's mobile.
Almost any application has a printed at the end. On page 4.
To me, the most significant part of the use variance requirements, is this right, Joe? Is that it has to be something which is unique to that property.
Yeah, well, basically, the
There it is.
criteria is that the applicant has to be deprived of all economic use or benefit from the property in question. And that must be established by competent financial evidence. These are the reasons why use variances are generally not granted
Right.
easily, because the proof admittedly is difficult. Right now, it's commercial space in a commercial zone. There is at least one commercial business on the property. I don't know that the record before the board shows any proof by competent financial evidence that they have been deprived of all economic use or benefit under the zoning law. It may be easier to rent it for residential purposes, but
That's
that's
not-
not the criteria. The second is that the alleged hardship is unique and does not apply to a substantial portion of the district or neighborhood. Once again, looking at that commercial zone, this is just another commercial space that fronts along Route 299. That the variance, if granted, will not alter the essential character of the neighborhood. When kind of got to that by his original comment, the essential character is commercial on both sides of 299
Yes,
in that area, with the exception of any residentials that may be pre-existing. But they're limited, if any, to my knowledge. And the alleged hardship has not been self-created. Unlike an area variance. If you find that it was self-created, that's fatal to a use variance application. It's not to a area variance, but it is to a use variance. And here I think the proof was that it was commercial that went to residential that then went back to commercial. If I'm right. And so by the applicant's own
admission.
doing,
Yeah.
it went to commercial. I don't know that that is a hardship that was not self-created, leading to the application to ask for residential use instead of commercial.
Well, I would think it was self-created because they did it.
In this case, if they did it, and the record demonstrates that they did it, the fact that the alleged hardship was self-created is generally considered to be fatal to a use variance application.
Do we need to answer these questions as a board?
I think the board might want to entertain a motion with respect to whether or not the record in front of you created prior to tonight fulfills the requirements of each of those four categories. Has the applicant demonstrated that the property has been deprived of all economic use or benefit and established that by competent financial evidence?
Okay, I
What
think,
does the board answer?
I would answer no.
I would answer no.
Stephen, John?
Oh,
Okay, do we need to put each of them into a form of motion?
We can just do whereases here and just run through them.
And then take it as one resolution at the end.
At the end,
Joe, they
For
have-
instance, whereas the applicant has not demonstrated that the owner is deprived of all economic use or benefit of the property in question and has not established that by competent financial evidence. Then whereas the applicant has failed to demonstrate that the hardship, if any, in question is unique and does not apply to a substantial portion of the district or neighborhood. Whereas the applicant has failed to demonstrate that the requested variance, if granted, will not alter the essential character of the neighborhood. And whereas, based upon the record, the alleged hardship has been self-created by the applicant.
You got four whereases.
yes. Did you get them, well, Christine? Okay, thank you very much.
Is whereases a legal
so-
term?
We, as a board,
And then the resolution would essentially, then you would follow with a resolution that the application for use variance from commercial to residential be granted or denied, whatever the decision is.
so,
It's not a decision. You're going with a resolution.
Well,
You guys usually do decision.
it will become the decision of the board.
Can I draft it and email it to both of you tomorrow?
Yeah, you can
I
send it,
think we got it.
but they can act tonight. We can send it around tomorrow.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I just want to confirm with you that my legal schmiggel's okay.
I'll check the language. Sure.
okay, so we need to adopt a resolution indicating that the applicant has not demonstrated that they will be deprived of all financial opportunities for that particular property, that the alleged hardship for the property is unique, and it will not apply to a substantial portion of the district or neighborhood, and that the request for use variance, if granted, may alter the essential character of the neighborhood, and that the alleged hardship, as demonstrated to us, appears to be self-created. So that is submitted as a motion.
Yours instead of the ones Joe did,
No,
The
take,
one that I dictated on
the
the
one
record.
that. Joe did.
take Joe's, take Joe's.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
So those
Okay.
are the whereas clauses, and then you just
And
need,
you say therefore be it resolved.
then you need, right, therefore be it resolved that
Right.
the application for use variance.
It's the Board of Appeals, Zoning Board of Appeals.
Yes, it is.
Joe, just for my information,
So this is the meeting. There was a public hearing prior to now.
That ended.
Yeah, did you have a comment for it?
Yes, I did.
Well,
Is it too late for that?
already closed. He
Hearing's
has a
closed.
comment for the previous item on the agenda, the public hearing for 156 Mountain Rest.
That has been closed.
That has been closed, I'm sorry.
You know what you would know, would you be able to share the outcome?
A little louder, please.
Would you be able to share the outcome of that?
It's just a hearing. There was no outcome.
The application needs to be sent to the county for their review. And at the next meeting, the decision will be made.
I see. Will there be another public hearing or?
No, there's only one. It was duly noted in the newspaper. Matter of fact, I saw it. And the time for the public hearing was noted also.
Oh, yeah, I just went to the wrong location. I had to clear
Okay.
the water.
All right.
So,
Sorry.
okay, thanks. I'm just a
right.
neighbor and I don't like the plastic thing they want to put there because I have a well and the plastic goes into my well and then I drink it. So a little late for that, but they want to put a plastic fence over it. It's a nasty kind of plastic too.
We don't dictate the composite of the material. We dictate either a yes or a no for the application.
I'll just talk to the neighbor. Your side. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right, good night.
I was asking
John,
for my information that, my understanding is the applicant has to meet all four. Like,
Correct.
not getting any one of them right was
Yes, no.
fatal.
No, it's not a multiple choice kind of a thing with the use variance. Remember, the area variance, if you remember, is a balance.
Mhm.
Depending on where the use variance is.
All four?
Are all four.
Yes.
Again, it's why they are supposed to be granted sparingly. It's a difficult quantum proof to meet,
Yes.
but it's supposed to be.
If this variance is denied, is there a particular time frame before they would be allowed to reapply?
Not to reapply. There are provisions where an applicant can ask the board for a rehearing on the original application. But essentially, that request for a rehearing has to be heard and decided by the same board members that made the original decision.
No.
So for instance, Catherine could not participate in that. And it's got to be unanimous by the board.
Okay,
Once that time for a rehearing goes by, an applicant, if they wanted to, could make a new application for use variance if they thought they had approved.
okay.
What comes to the board is a new application.
Okay. Any questions from anyone else? Amy?
We have the resolution on the table, right?
Well, you
Yes.
have Whereas clauses on the table, you need basically then a resolved that.
Okay.
the
Therefore, be
application
it
for a use
resolved
Variance
that
is,
the use
whatever.
variance is denied.
is that your motion?
That's my motion.
I'll need a second.
Second,
Seconded by John. All those in favor by aye?
Aye.
I,
Individual voted. Each person voted to agree with the motion that was presented.
Do we need to be unanimous on that motion?
No, but you do need a roll call vote, which you essentially just did.
I have another question, not necessarily relevant to this one. Is there any desire in the state law to make the boundaries of zoning districts as compact as possible, the way reapportionment is done?
It's hard, the state doesn't really describe the boundaries.
No,
Local
but-
zoning, your local zoning ordinance does. Town board decides where they go.
Right, but
How
in the
is zoning-
collection of case law, is there anything where compact boundaries are desired?
Nope.
Okay,
No, not really. In New Paltz and in most every zoning law, it says that basically the zones are supposed to follow where they can property boundaries. So if there's something a little off from a property boundary, there's also a savings clause in our law that says if it's not more than so many feet, it goes into the more restricted zone. So there are a couple of safety valves in it to try and do it, but yeah, it's really on a local basis where I'm. Here, I think it's commercial in front, residential in back. Which, for a lot of properties, which may have been because that's what the nature of the neighborhood was Back when we first did the zoning ordinance in 76. No, I did not represent town in 76, but close.
Anything else for discussion of the board? On the board? No? Okay, entertain a motion to close the meeting,
So moved.
seconded by Amy. All those in favor by aye?
Aye.
Aye, it